Dc72, The Tenth Door. Soul-touching and life-enhancing stories. The Tenth Door. In a distant universe, there existed a planet with countrysides, fields and plains and high mountains, which appeared to be covered with snow all year long. But this snow was an illusion. The ever-shifting mountains, the snowy plains, and the fields were all made entirely of clouds. Among this shifting landscape were oriental-shaped temples. The roofs of these temples soar into the blue-green cloudy sky. Pointed spires, some as thin as needles, some onion-shaped, like those in Russia, made of gold or silver, some totally jeweled that would shine, flash and glitter in the pale orange sunlight. The landscape was in constant motion. The clouds did hide one temple and uncovered another, as if by magic. Millions and millions of brightly colored stars chased each other in and out between the spires of the temples, and from a distance the planet looked like a crystal ball filled with ever-moving clouds and colors. At the age of 16, each inhabitant of this wondrous planet received a temple of their own to live in, an entire temple just for one person. All these temples were different. Some were golden, some argent, some bronze, some copper. Some were even made of wood, but each temple was beautiful, each was individual, each was uniquely made. So, when Ramdar reached 16, he was told about his temple. Ramdar, like all other teenagers, did not understand the real value of his temple. It would take years before he would understand the privilege he had been granted. Just like all the other temples, Ramdar's temple had 10 floors, where 9 of the floors had a door. Each door led into another world, one to the world of education, one leading to foreign places, another to ocean and beaches, one led to distant planets, one to the world of never-ending fantasies, and one to the cities and busy shopping streets, one to playgrounds, fairs and games, and another leading to forests, lakes and mountains, and one provided movies and entertainment. Each door led to excitement and amusement. By simply opening one of the 9 doors, Ramdar could experience all the attractions and entertainments in creation. Joining other boys and girls of his own age in games and study, Ramdar often spent days and days away from his temple. Sometimes he even forgot the temple completely until one of the other children went home. But as time passed, Ramdar became bored with the other children and their games. Some days he would fly from door to door seeking pleasure or exciting distractions. As his passion for new pleasures and distractions grew, he became more and more discontented with his life. He felt he was looking for something, and every time he found some distraction from this world, it didn't satisfy him for long, and he would look again for something he could not find. At times, when he took a moment in between chasing all these attractions and distractions, he would be thinking of some deeper matters. However, not for long. Questions arose in his mind such as, why am I alive? What is the reason behind my existence? How truly horrible life is, if it means chasing from pleasure to pleasure, from distraction to distraction. For 15 years, Ramdar looked desperately to find these answers, to find peace, contentment, true love, happiness, and ultimate wisdom. But when he was 30, all this mad running and chasing came finally to an end. One day, while wandering between the other temples, which he did not do often because he was too busy within his own temple, and going through the doors in his search, he came upon the most beautiful temple he had ever seen. This temple soared higher than any of the other temples, so far that its spires were hidden in the clouds. The temple was encrusted with topazes, diamonds, rubies, and emeralds. Between the jewels flowed rivers of gold and silver. From this beautiful temple came a scent, an odor of freshness, the smell of an early morning garden, an always green smell. Ramdar understood the rules of the temples, for nobody could enter another person's temple. Still, he drew nearer and nearer to this wonder of light, colors, and scents. When Ramdar had come as near to the majestic temple as he felt was proper, he yelled, "Hello, hello, in there, is anybody home?" Through a window at the top of the temple appeared a white-haired and white-bearded head. "Yes, yes, who calls?" The voice seemed to vibrate in the air and reach Ramdar, where it caused a great sense of well-being and warmth. "Sir, my name is Ramdar," he said. "How did your temple become so magnificent? What is it like inside?" "Ramdar, my name is Kamal. It would be difficult to describe the inside of my temple. However, I can tell you that it is peaceful, tranquil, and very beautiful. It was created because I found that something which many people are looking for, but give up on, and then they get completely sidetracked in the distractions of the 9 door openings to the world of illusions." Ramdar could feel the tranquility, the peace of Kamal's temple, even through the mere closeness of the temple. And he said, "But, sir, I must know where to find that what you have found, for I can feel that you have discovered something that I think I am looking for as well. Can you give me any directions, Kamal? Or could I, as an exception, enter your temple?" "There is no need to enter my temple," answered Kamal, "for that which I found in mine is also to be found in yours. I can, however, tell you how to begin that search, to find that what you are looking for within your own temple." "Truly, Sir Kamal?" "Truly, Ramdar. But, Ramdar, you must first work at finding tranquility. Would you like to begin your search to tranquility?" "Oh yes, very much indeed, Kamal." "It is a different path," said the old man. "One does not create inner peace and beauty by running after the things which can be found behind one of the 9 doors. You must stop running, Ramdar, looking at and comparing your temple with others. Go to your own temple and remain alone, leaving the 9 doors shut tightly. Then sit and see without looking, feel without touching, and hear without listening. It will take time, Ramdar, but it will come, slowly, slowly. It will come and be yours, and then, Ramdar, no one can touch it, hurt it, or destroy it. It will be yours." "But where will it come from, Kamal?" questioned Ramdar. "Inside your temple there is yet another door you haven't discovered," said Kamal. "The treasure behind these doors will call you when it's your time, when you are ready to receive this treasure of peace." "I see," continued Kamal, "that you are getting anxious to go now. Go home and start your new adventure. Ramdar went to his own temple and did as Kamal told him. He shut the 9 doors tightly, sitting in a lotus position. Ramdar waited and waited. However, the waiting was many a time interrupted by him standing up, feeling discouraged at not having succeeded in finding the new world and getting sidetracked by going back through one of the 9 doors. The more he tried to escape, the quicker he returned to sit and wait again, because his trips only confirmed that he could not find that what he had felt around Kamal's temple. The struggle went on for years, but then one morning he heard without listening, felt without touching, and saw without looking. A peace and calmness came over him. Ramdar for the first time in his life was calm and tranquil, and felt totally at peace with himself. A new smile came over his face. Not a humorous smile, but a new gentle smile of total understanding. A magical smell and a mystical sound entered his being. This experience made his adventure in sitting and waiting and longing for the unknown easier and easier. As time passed, 5 years of time, Ramdar started to see the shimmering lights of a new world, and it was just now a matter of time that he and this world would come closer. He started to hear a familiar voice, the voice of Kamal, encouraging him to keep on searching, but simultaneously Kamal told him to re-enter the 9 doors, where he would be guiding him. He knew he had to follow the words of Kamal, who also had told him it was his duty to step back into life, so Ramdar opened the 9 doors once more. Ramdar went into the 9 worlds of escape, but this time he went to give, not to take. He no longer tried to escape, but with understanding and love he lived amongst those who were still struggling to find that peace which had become one with him. One day, when Ramdar was 50 years of age, he felt a great tugging at his mind. He was drawn to the 10th floor of his temple. A miracle awaited Ramdar on the 10th floor. While he was walking around the room, an invisible door began to open by itself. Within the door, a moving mist of light, like none Ramdar had ever seen before, was flowing, waxing and waning, in colors of great beauty. This was the source which had provided him with tranquility. When the beams of light came through the door into the room and touched Ramdar, he felt a sweetness so strong that he truly felt faint. Within the door's frame, the beams of radiance began to take on a shape, although it seemed some distance away. Ramdar recognized it clearly. It was Kamal stepping out through the 10th door on the 10th floor of his temple and floating through space towards Ramdar. Ramdar, you are progressing well, smiled the wise old man. Ramdar started to enter the radiance where Kamal stood. No, stay, laughing. Kamal waved Ramdar back. You have progressed, Ramdar, but not this far yet. You have far to go before you can come here. But Kamal, no questions now, Ramdar. You are learning that the true constants of this universe are found only within one's own temple. That love, understanding, and brotherhood are larger than even your own temple. Your love has become too great to keep to yourself, and so you should share it in the elusive worlds. But now, keep only this 10th door in mind, Ramdar, and grow, always continue to grow. One day it will be time to come here again, but next time the 10th door will be open to you forever. Goodbye for now, Ramdar. He did as he was told and went back through the 9 doors and started to share his love with the people he met there. This love needed no words, and he knew that he was sent out to encourage others who were searching for that for which he once had searched. His total thinking became single-pointed. He now knew there was another, never-ending world, a world which he had fallen in love, a world which was of a greater attraction than anything else in creation. Then one morning Ramdar felt the familiar tugging at his mind again. He rose from his sleeping mat and climbed the stairs to the 10th door, and the door began to open. Inside stood Kamal, smiling, holding out his hand to Ramdar, and spoke, "Come, it's time to go home." Then both of them walked towards the shimmering lights. Their bodies faded, like shadows changing into bodies of light, until they became one with the light of the world of everlasting life. What the story could bring us. The story talks about the physical body, which had been called the temple of the living God. This temple can be compared with a vehicle in which we as souls reside and drive around in to explore and experience creation. This vehicle or temple has 9 openings, who are in the story described as doors, connecting to the worlds in creation. These openings are the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, the 2 nose openings, the mouth, and the 2 openings in the lower part of the body. With these openings we are in contact with the world, and most of our energy runs out through them, because most of our actions and thoughts are in the outside world. When we are constantly in the outside world, we lose the connection of what we truly are. But somewhere in the experience of life, we feel that there is something missing. Most people are striving to find this ultimate happiness, this ultimate love and peace. But in creation, which is called the world of illusions, because everything is constantly shifting and changing, this ultimate love and peace is not to be found. In order to find this treasure, we must go inside ourselves and find the secret door. In most philosophies and most religions, although hidden in parables or disguised language, it is talked about, and there have been many human beings among us who have found this door and this treasure, and are called the guides for others who are seeking the same thing. Also, in many children's stories, of which many are metaphysical stories, there is talk about the secret doors, the 10th door, the 3rd eye, the eye of the needle, the eye of Ra. To find this door, guidance is required, and in order to make the passage, we have to prevent the outgoing energy from the other 9 doors, scattering all our energy. We have to gather all our energy and consciously and focus it inwards, towards another adventure. So, we have an earthly adventure, where we go in through the 9 doors, and then there is an adventure which allows us to return back to our original home. Through this door, however, we cannot pass with our physical body, and we cannot pass with any thought still connected to us and this worldly adventure. This path is not easy, because all the time we have been escaping into the pleasures of this world through the 9 doors. But when this search for the Holy Grail or the search for this ultimate treasure, truth, love, peace, happiness, and wisdom has started, it will be found.